Hi everyone, I'm Anginese. I'm a playwright and I've been developing a piece on the true story of Alice Barker, the jazz dancer that went famous at 102 years old. This is the backdrop. I love my backdrops. I love being able to just put Alice in the space with me as I talk about my process and my experience with sharing Alice's story. Um, I don't know, something about being in between older Alice and younger Alice right here. This is younger Alice. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just nice and it's comforting, so I'm grateful. Um, but yeah, so one of the reasons why I'm telling Alice Barker's story is because I had the privilege of working with her later in her life, and I witnessed who she was before the viral video and how the viral video changed her life. And this page is my process in sharing this process, especially because after she became famous, I made her promise that I would continue telling her story, and sharing her story. And so this is that, this is what this is about. Um, and so if you've been following me and following my journey in telling Alice's story, thank you. I'm so grateful for you. If you're new to this page, this channel, please feel free to subscribe to learn more about Alice Barker, to learn about more about my process in telling Alice Barker's story and all the little bits and pieces that come along with it. So the last video was connected to a series of me showcasing the actual reading of the script of Alice Barker's true story. The script is called Hidden in Plain Sight, the story of Alice Barker. That was that the last video spoke about just the process of putting Alice's story on stage and my experience, how magical it was to see Alice's story be embodied and to see the audience's response to Alice's story and the things that they learned, things they didn't know. And so that was basically the last video. And so, as I mentioned before, um, that video series was not the end of this channel. I am continuing to share my process in telling Alice's story and where I am currently, right now in this moment, with telling Alice's story. And so, yeah, here's what's happening right now in this moment. So, where I currently am right now is I've been grateful to be able to self-produce a music video and a song that I wrote introducing Alice's story. Who Do You See is the name of the song, and it's on this page.
Every time she was seen, performing all over the world. Oh, what a dream. Is that what you see when you look at me? What do you see?
And as I mentioned earlier, I was able to self-produce the staged reading to Alice's script, that really shed light on Alice's experience and later in life and how she became famous.
Dancing wasn't as glamorous at that time, not for people of color, especially in downtown New York City. Yes, they would applaud us for performing, even gave us standing ovations, but we weren't good enough to enter those clubs through the front door. No matter how good I danced, there were still people that hated me for the color of my skin. But that didn't stop me from performing my best because I love to dance. So I just kept performing night after night.
Alice, your love for dance is one thing, But do you realize your decision to keep dancing as a black woman in spaces in downtown in the 40s paved the way for so many other women of color too to perform downtown? That makes you a trailblazer in my eyes.
Oh, honey, I didn't do nothing for nobody. I just wanted to dance.
So while I self-produced these pieces that really introduce Alice's story to the world on a bigger scale, that wasn't the original plan. The original plan was to, I applied to funding and different grant opportunities and reached out to different philanthropists, and I got a bunch of no's. And so with those no's, I found myself asking, well, do I still make this happen without the funding that I was looking for, or do I pause? And so I decided to keep going. I decided to still do it anyway. And I learned a lot in my own process. First off, I learned that I can actually produce a song. What? I don't, like, I've never done that before. I learned that I could produce a live staged reading. What? I mean, it's like, again, I come from the dance background. Yeah, I come from the dance background. And I've put together dance shows before, but this was really, really specific and really different. And I I did it on my own with a community, but like I funded it. This was completely funded on my own. And so I realized how like I don't know that shifted something for me, and it made me have to learn about who I learned about who I am and what I'm capable of, and I'm grateful for that experience and that process, because I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have learned about my interest in like writing music or creating music or producing music or even making a music video or even putting on something as big as a staged reading, even if it was for a small audience. It was still we still had an audience of at least 100 people, which was incredible. So I found a way in my as much as I had to work a lot, but I found a way to make it happen. And it's again with that process, I can finally say that we have something real. Like we have a music video, we have a song that's actually a part of the opening number of the script, and we have a staged reading. And I can confidently say that, yeah, I did that. And that's pretty impressive. So I'm building from here with these three pieces that I've been able to create. I'm building from here. And so lately, especially the beginning of this year and now, I've been knee deep in grant season, applying, refining, pitching, and it's been pretty intense. And I keep, I feel like I keep repeating the same answer or same question, which the question is that I keep hearing is, can I execute this? And the answer I can confidently say is yes, I can. I can completely execute this in a full production space, in a workshopping space, in another staged reading space, because I have. And I can confidently say, yes, I can do that. But I also want to say this, that this process can be extremely discouraging. The waiting, the no's. I've gotten so many no's and the silence. Um, And I know I'm not the only one that's going through that. In fact, I remember several times right after applying to grants and getting no's and questioning if I should do this or if I should pause it. I found myself like saying, okay, I think I'm going to put Alice's project to the side. And ironically, every time I did that, within a week or so, a week or two, I would come across something that would kind of nudge me back into the the project. And one of those nudges was always me going into a Starbucks or a coffee shop or another store, and I'd hear Ella Fitzgerald's song, It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. Now, I know that is Alice's absolute, absolute, absolute favorite song. And every time I heard that song, I knew that that was Alice saying, you better get back to work. And so I would find myself getting back to work. Um, and then also, as of late, as I continue sharing and posting on this channel, people's comments of, asking, so what's up, what's next for Alice's project? Or um, wanting to learn more about her story and asking. Those moments remind me of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And watching Alice's video, watching the music video, rewatching and reworking on the script, those are moments that I think keep every artist in moving forward with the project that they're working on because we believe in it. And I believe in this deeply, and it's easy to forget. It's easy to get caught up in the logistical pieces because they can really throw you off. I also find myself wishing that more theater makers or creatives, right, would actually take the time to share their process of what it actually takes to bring something to life. Like, I think about Lin-Manuel Miranda, right? And what if he had what if he would have documented his journey within the Heights, right? And what it took to build and explore where he struggled and how it evolved. I mean, I know he's done that with Hamilton in his own way, right? Um, and maybe he has done this with In the Heights, and I don't know about it. If he has, please share. Um, but I think I say In the Heights because that was his first big project that I know of, that made him. And so, to I'm sure he went through the process of trying to get grants, trying to go through the process of reaching out to certain people. Maybe he had certain connections that you know, helped him and he had to pivot in so many ways. Um, versus right with Hamilton, he was already known for In the Heights, so in some ways maybe I think it would have been easier for him to transition from In the Heights to Hamilton because of the proof of the work that he's done. And so I say all that to say, like, I know every process is different, but to be able to have something to reference or to go by, that allows you to connect your process to someone else's, that feels like it's helpful. And um, I know that it would be helpful, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it on my end because it feels important. Um, it really does. So while me sharing my progress about what it's taking to bring Alice's story to life is me documenting the process. I know that, excuse me, I believe that this sharing videos like this might actually help someone that's sitting on an incredible idea or that is in the same space that I'm in and doesn't know where to start, doesn't know how to build, doesn't know where to share it. And so if that's you, I promise you, you're not alone. And that's a big part of why I'm choosing to share my process in real time, because I think it's important to be vulnerable in this space and not just show, oh my God, I won. We did it. I made this huge, amazing, you know, um, this huge, amazing project with Alice, and it's on Broadway, right? But I want to show, like, no, like, let me tell you what it takes to get there, please, so that you understand that, like, yes, what you're going through is real and it's hard and you're going to question yourself, just like anything in life, I believe. But specifically this, specifically creatives and like work that is meaningful to you and can make a difference and is important to share. So that's where I'm at. Um, in my next video, I will be talking about how this month, April, marks the anniversary of the video that made Alice famous, her viral video of her watching herself dance at 102 years old. Um, and how the world saw her. So in my next video, I'm going to lean into that more because the video went viral April 2015. It's 2026, so that's 11 years ago. And so in my next video, I'm going to be sharing more about that moment, how people are still watching this video and posting about it and talking about it, and what people still don't fully understand about that moment and about Alice. So I hope you join me. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And until then, take care.